Hello everyone, I'm Anuj Jaggi and I'm a legal intern with Lexis and Company, and this is the second video on the topic claims arising out of deductions or delay in payment of wages. And now I'll be talking about the basic factors for consideration for authority in entertaining such kind of claims. So while considering an application under section 15, the authority has to keep in mind the following important factors, which are that the authority would have no jurisdiction whatsoever to decide whether the services of the employee has been rightly or wrongfully terminated, or whether the dismissal is lawful or unlawful. Second one is the primary function of the authority is to determine what the wages of the employee are and whether there has been a delay in the payment of wages or whether the deductions from those wages have been made. And the third one is in order to determine the wages, it may be necessary to determine what the terms of the contract were under which the employee was employed and under which he has claimed his wages, and for further determining such. Point number 3, the authority may have to determine whether any agreement for employment exercising during the period for which the wages have been claimed. And the last factor is if there are two rival contracts set up by the parties and the question is which of the two contracts was applicable, then the authority will have no jurisdiction under this sort of cases to decide as to which of the two contracts will regulate the wages of the parties. Thus, in order to exercise jurisdiction, the authority under the Payment of Wages Act has to first determine whether there exists or there existed during the relevant period any relationship between the employer and the employee, and if such a relationship does appear to exist, then to find out the terms thereof. Second one is authority under the act is persona designata. A registered cooperative sugar factory in Meerut was aggrieved and filed a petition in the Allahabad High Court. The facts of the case were that the third respondent, which was the inspector, and the Payment of Wages Act was being applied and thereof in Meerut, and filed an application under section 15 clause 3 of the Payment of Wages Act before the first respondent, which the latter has dismissed already. However, 18 months later, a second respondent, which was the inspector in Ghaziabad, filed an application for recalling the dismissal order. It is for the authority under the Payment of Wages Act to decide the applicability of the Act and not the High Court as to whether Ordinance Factory Cooperative Society Limited is covered or not. Hence, the writ petition is liable to be rejected. Further, in a case before the Jharkhand High Court, it was held that it is designated authority who has to decide disputes under the Payment of Wages Act. The presiding officer, Labour Court of Ranchi, has been notified as the authority of district of Ranchi, Palamu and Haziagarh. Hence, the sub-divisional officer was not of the authority under the Act and had no jurisdiction whatsoever to decide the dispute. Further, the last concept under this was this is the territorial jurisdiction of the authority. So subsection 1 of section 15 of the Act lays down the territorial jurisdiction of the authority. The appropriate government specifies the area to which a particular authority would have the jurisdiction, and once such area has been specified, the authority would have the jurisdiction to hear and decide all such kinds of claims and arising out of the deductions from the wages or delay in payment of wages of persons employed and paid in that area. If an employed person is working or paid his wages within the area specified in the notification appointing the authority, then that authority only would have the jurisdiction in that matter. The authority so appointed by the government, by the appropriate government, has power to hear all such kinds of cases and decide for any specified area all claims arising out of the deductions from the wages or the delay of wages and all matters incidental to such claims, whether two authorities are mentioned or are mentioned as having jurisdiction to an employee is transferred and posted to a particular place. The observation further, the important observation that remedy lies under the Payment of Wages Act and the Industrial Dispute Act of 1947 cannot be said to be true now in the view of the Apex Court in the decision of Ghaziabad Zilla Shakhri Bank versus Union of India 2007, and whereby it has been held that the labor laws are applicable to cooperative societies only. So this was the concept of claims arising out of deductions or delay in payment of wages under the Payment of Wages Act, and I hope I was able to explain it to you guys. Thank you.